What is up, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of VFL Total Access. I'm your host. We have Kool-Aids with us, Cuban, Eatles, and Jay Tizzle. I was looking at some of y'all's suggestions over the thread I made, so we're going to do a Come On Man segment on this show, and we're going to do we're going to try Around the Horn. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Come On Man segment. I'm going to start off with Kool-Aids. Dude, I make a suggestion thread. You and the Panthers have to make an argument about it. You put like a novel paragraph about how they play, but then you lose 31-0. Come on, man.
Actually, it was 30-0.
30-0. Come on, man. So, who's next? Keegan, you're up.
Okay, first, I'm going to say I'm nothing like Crow. I don't often do this, but D-Money, come on, man. We lost to the Niners with Kid Got Routes. We lost to the Packers with, I don't even know who we lost to. We lost 17-7. 17-7 to the Packers. I know it's not all your fault because in that Niners game got screwed over by Madden just a little bit. Actually, a lot because they won the game of some stupid crap. But we went 1-2. 1-2. We don't do that. We're the Seahawks. We should go 3-0 every week without a problem. And that's my rant. And come on, man.
All right, cool. What's yours?
Well, see, in one of my games, I played King Moolah and Turbos. And in the first quarter, Turbos missed a 35-yard field goal. Come on, man. And then ends up telling me that it's lag, and like both quarters, and we ended up winning the game 56-10. I don't know how you missed a 35-yard field goal, but okay. Come on, man. Get out of here.
That ain't that lag. That's called I don't know how to aim.
All right.
Teach them how to kick on the go-to kickers.
All right, Tizzle, you're up.
Alright, well, he's a good player and all, and, this year, an owner of the Chargers, but Jay Snyder, come on, man. I played you twice, and I beat you twice. First game, I was playing linebacker. I don't think you play linebacker. You were up 4 points with 2 minutes left, and I picked you off twice. I don't even play linebacker. And the second game, which I played you the other day, you gave Hayden Land his first win, and he's doing horrible. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that.
Alright, last but not least, Eatles, you're up, dude.
Man, Jay Tizzle, how can you talk about somebody that's on your own team like that? That's messed up. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
I'm also going to talk about somebody that was on my own team. Beaver Sniffer retired after the day that I called him a bum on the text messages. I mean, come on, man. How do you retire after I call you a bum? Like, for real. This shows how big of a bum you are, though.
Alright, so that completes our Come On Man segment. We're gonna do Around the Horn now. I'm gonna ask the questions, and we're gonna all go around. Everybody has at least a minute to talk about this. So we're gonna start off with Cuban. If you look at the records of the Seahawks and the Panthers, they about almost have even records. Do you think between one of them, who do you think is going to come out on top at the end of the year? Do you think it's going to be the Seahawks, the Panthers, or do you think it's going to be any other team?
It could be a toss-up, but I think whenever we play in the Super Bowl, a.k.a. the NFC Championship, I think Seattle will make it out of it. So far, we're 1-1 against them. I know Ponchi beat D-Money by a late touchdown, and Orlando beat Hutch. But I think we're too deep in experience for them. Their number one line is they've only played for a season. And if I get back with the this upcoming week, I feel like our number one line could take on their line. And if you just go straight down the line, I think we have better players than them. They have Waylon. He's trash, especially. Doc Holliday, he's making a name for himself, but I think D-Money could be a better fourth quarterback. And if you go by it, I mean, Hutch has never really done too well in the playoffs. Ponchi, I don't think he's ever made the playoffs besides maybe one season. Doc, a brand new rookie, and then their first line's too unstoppable. I feel like that's a tough line. I'll give them that, but I feel like we're just too deep in experience for them.
All right, Coolheads, what do you think?
Well, I kind of agree with Cuban. I think the Seahawks are going to do better than the Carolina Kitties. Yeah, that's my new name for them, the Carolina Kitties. They're not the Panthers anymore to me, but what's it called? In general, when I compare these lines, especially in playoffs, I feel like the Seahawks will do better than the Panthers because honestly, I feel like there's the one line on the Panthers. I know I'm being a for saying this, but I don't know if Ponchi and Hutch will be able to, step it up in the playoffs. I know they're great elite players, but I don't know if they're at that elite level that they were in last Madden. And it's the Seahawks, man. In real life, they just came off of winning the Super Bowl. They're an amazing Madden team. And against the Panthers, they're going to be making a lot more turnovers, like getting more interceptions and stuff. And when I compare these lines from the Seahawks and Panthers, I see the Seahawks lines being stronger.
All right, Jay Tizzle.
Alright, I'm actually going to go on the opposite turn here, and I'm going to say that the Panthers are going to get in. One of the main things that might hurt them, though, is that the Seattle Seahawks overall rating that should get bumped after they win the Super Bowl. But personally, in my opinion, I still feel like Carolina has stronger lines and can compete better in the playoffs. Most people won't say it, but in my opinion, I feel like Ponchi and Hutch could carry that. I'm pretty sure Steven can step it up and win some games. D-Money over there, if he continues, I mean, I don't know, but right now it seems like Seattle only has 3 strong lines, maybe only 2. Seattle does have 1 game up on Carolina right now, win-wise overall, but they are, like Cuban said, 1-1, playing each other. But I still believe that Hutch and Ponchi can really carry that team and take them a Super Bowl if they get to the Super Bowl and pass the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, Eagles, what do you think?
No, I'm sorry, what were you talking about? What? The Panthers and the Seahawks?
Yes.
To be honest with you, I really don't care about either one of these teams because both of them without those high caliber teams are really trash, to be real honest with you. But anyways, I think the Seahawks will finish with a better record just because they're experienced and they should get bumped up from winning the Super Bowl. But I think another team's gonna make it to the Super Bowl because really no overpowered team has really been able to make it to the VFL Super Bowl in I don't know how long. So I'm gonna stick with the tradition.
Alrighty. We're gonna move on to the second question here. The Packers, Bengals, and Cowboys have the worst record at the end of week 2. Which team was a shocker to you? And why do you think they did so poorly? Do you think that they can bounce back off of this and still be in the hunt for the playoffs? If not, what do you think that they might improve on their team, Cuban?
I think out of the Packers, Bengals, and Cowboys, I think it's probably the Bengals because Eastern had success last year as an owner and made the playoffs with the Panthers. And this year, he's just complete garbage. And they're in last place right now, but they probably have the worst receiver D-line in the league without Taker, so I can't really blame them. Do I think they could come back? Probably not. I mean, they're in a tough division, and the Chargers are ahead of them right now, and that's just saying something by itself. But, no, I don't think the Bengals could come back and really do anything.
Because the person who plays with the Seahawks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because you're a bum.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I beat you last year. You're garbage. You had the Ravens, I had the Titans. You're garbage. Shut up.
Okay, we'll see when I have the bombarded.
All right, cool. What do you think?
Oh yeah, well, when I was analyzing all these 3 teams, I'd also have to say it's the Bengals, because when you look at the Packers, honestly, I only see 4 people on this team worth recognizing, which is Defect, Rodriguez, Gotham, which is Chill Nate Magician. And then when you go to the Cowboys, honestly, the only people I see on there is Big NATO, King Moolah, and King Logic, which was Kid Got Turbos. And when I look at the Bengals, there's like more players that I recognize, like you, Outtaker, Hayden Land, Eatles, Eastern, Mergerman, Goon, Skip. And I'm surprised you guys are doing as bad as you are, 7-15. I kind of see you guys. I thought you guys were going to be around 500 or a few games above 500, but I don't know, maybe you guys can turn it around and do better. But, yeah.
All right, Tizzle.
All right, definitely going with the Bengals here. In my opinion, I feel like the Packers, like everyone else says, they really only have a couple good players on their team. They're not going to do well. Cowboys, same thing. What the Bengals? I mean, come on, it's my team. I'm on it. Now I'm playing with Eagles since Bia retired. But right now, if you look at the standings, I'm pretty sure we're either 6 or 7 games out of the wild card. Right now, we do not have a fourth-line quarterback because of Bieber, so I don't know where that's going to take us. But in reality, I still feel like we can come back from this. I mean, yes, we are down, but we do have 3, in my opinion, solid lines. I mean, we have Skip as 1 QB, we got Eatles as 1 QB, and we got, why can't I remember? And Hayden. I mean, yeah, Hayden is having a bad record right now. He's going through a little slump, but I remember a couple weeks ago when Hayden was beating top lines and I was watching him beating top lines. I was scrolling on my friends list and he was doing real well. Personally, yeah, we are down, but I still feel like we can give a shot at a wild card spot. I don't think we're going to take the division, but a wild card is still in the mix.
All right, well, Eatles is going to be back in a minute, so we're going to go ahead and just move on. We're going to move on to the no, we're going to move on. I have one more question to ask, actually. Between, like we had the first question, between the Seahawks and the Panthers, who do you guys think is going to come out on the AFC at the end of the year also? Cuban, what do you think?
I think probably the Chiefs because they have the Chiefs first off. I mean, that's not the only reason because they have a really deep roster. I feel like if King and Mo get their stuff together, definitely be the Chiefs without any problems. I think Slay can maybe handle himself in the playoffs. BC can definitely handle himself, and Evidence can handle himself too. But if not, that might go Giants second, but definitely the Chiefs because they have deeper team than any of the AFC teams. But in the end, I think whoever wins out of the Panthers and Seahawks will win the Super Bowl.
All right, Coolidge.
Jeez, Cuban, can you stop stealing my answers? But yeah, I'll also have to say the Chiefs. But what's it called? When you just look at their roster, first they were the Super Bowl champions of last season. They're still 15-9, and I just want to put this into consideration. If they still had loading, they'd have 4 really strong lines right now. They have 3 strong lines, but I'm surprised King and them are 1-5 so far. They actually beat my team to get their only win. But honestly, in the AFC, these guys are really strong. Beastie and them, they beat the Panthers yesterday, 27-3. They beat Stephen A. Smith and 2 Unstoppable. And just looking at the roster, they're just all around the best from the AFC. I'd want to say the Patriots, but just the Chiefs got a better Madden team and better players in general.
All right, Tizzle.
I'm on the same bandwagon as them. Obviously, in my opinion, it's definitely the Chiefs. I mean, their overall record isn't showing, I think, their high caliber talent. They have 3 strong, solid lines in Slay's line, Beastie's line, and Rocky's line. I really don't feel like I feel like they're slacking for some reason. But I feel like as soon as they turn up and, get to where they should be playing on their caliber talent, they'll be fine. King, I still think he's a good quarterback. He's just slumping right now. Just similar to Hayden Land on the Bengals. I mean, everyone goes through a slump sometimes, but usually they get over it. My opinion, it's definitely the Chiefs.
Eatles, when you lost connection to the second question, we just went ahead and talked about who's going to come out on the AFC at the end of the year. So who do you think will be that?
I don't know, honestly. I would say the Chiefs, but are we talking about going out to the Super Bowl?
No, I'm talking about like
VFL
having the
Super Bowl?
best record at the end of the season in the AFC.
Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, yeah, the Chiefs, they have the most overrated team in the game. I mean,
Didn't you just say that about the
defense.
Seahawks though?
Yeah, both of them do, because those are both teams that you could play man with the whole game and win. Like, it's not. I mean, any team that you could do that with is pretty much overrated. But they'll come out with the best just because of their talent on their roster. I mean, BC's a pretty good quarterback. Slay, I hate playing that guy because he's the most irritating dude. He just sits on Madden and finds glitches all day, like that's his life. And then Evidence, obviously, and I don't know who else the hell he has on his team. Honestly, I don't care. But they'll probably have the best record.
All right, we're gonna go to the last segment of the show, and it's kind of quick. I'm gonna go around, and everybody, you're gonna tell me your top 5 teams that's gonna have the best record at the end of week 3 next week. There's gonna be a point system. Whoever gets the most rights or whatever. It's like the pregame show of NFL games when they make their predictions. So my 5 teams that are going to have the best records in the VFL after week 3, I'm going to go with the Panthers, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Patriots, and the 49ers. Cuban, who are you going for?
I'm going to go with the Seahawks, Panthers, Niners, Chiefs, and Titans.
All right, Kool-Aids.
I got the Seahawks, Panthers, Chiefs, Titans, and Lions. Yep, I said it, Lions. I feel our team will do good next week, hopefully, because I think we're like 11 and 13 right now, which is really good. Yeah.
All right, Tizzle.
My 5 are definitely Carolina, Seattle, San Francisco, Kansas City, and Tennessee.
All right, Eagles. What are your top 5?
I didn't look up the record, so don't really care, don't really care, don't really care, don't really care, and don't really, really, really care. I mean, it doesn't matter about your record in the VFL, dude. I mean...
Yeah, it does, because if you don't have a good record, you're not going to playoffs, dude.
It doesn't, well, yeah, obviously, but you don't have to have one of the best records in the league to win the Super Bowl, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a prediction, how they do it on the other shows.
I don't know. I haven't looked up on their records, so
participate.
I haven't looked up on the records, so I don't know. I don't really care about their best records, man.
Next segment.
I don't really care.
All right, we're gonna end this show with shout outs. I'm gonna give my shout out to the Bengals organization, Hayden Land, for his first win while I'm still 0-6. I'm gonna give. Who else do I want to give shout outs to?
Them, you couldn't.
Yeah, I told you I'm a curse, but and the last shout out I'm gonna give is I told Bolt Killer this. Since Beaver retired, there has to be someone that fills in a spot to pick on me and bully me and be so this week's Bowl of the Week award goes to Bolt Killer. So congratulations, everybody. Give him a hand. Dude. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so Cuban, what are your shout outs?
I'll take Seahawks and staff. That's about it.
Alright, Kool-Aid?
Did you just say Seahawks and staff?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I'm sorry,
Alright,
my
so,
connection must have been going.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Outlaw, Ergo, and Blue Saviors. Actually, all 3 of them went 3-0 this week on their teams, which is pretty surprising. I want to give a shout out to the Kitty Gang, the Carolina Panthers, for being a bunch of b****s. So, f*** you guys. I don't really give a you say to me on the forums. What's it called? I want to give a shout out to JoJo and Cody for being great line mates. Hopefully we can actually play a week with each other, like all 3 games, because our schedule's been crappy and our team's not doing so good right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. F*** you, Panthers.
Whoa.
Alright, Tizzle, you're up.
Kool-Aid.
Alright, shout out to Yeedles, my new quarterback on my line. I know we'll do a lot better with you than Beaver. Thank God the soul is gone. I was getting bored of him. He just kept swearing and cussing, and he wasn't straight up. I'm so glad he's gone. That's about
I'm
it.
playing with your big
Shout out to
black
Eagles.
lips. Alright, is that it, Tizzle?
Shout out to
Yeah,
D-Money. I
that's
still
it.
love you. Forgot that one. Sorry. Go on.
Alright, Needles, to end this out, man, your shout-outs.
Shout out to the Bengals. Shout out to those sorry Seahawks too and the Panthers. I hope you guys feel good because your Madden teams certainly make you guys better players than you really are.
Suck it.
Shout out to Kool-Aid's Lions. Hey, little do you know,
Preach it,
Kool-Aid, I
Eagles,
almost
preach
got
it.
traded. I almost got traded to the Lions, so you calling me Boo Boo, I would have been on your team. But yeah, shout out to the Lions. Shout out to Outtaker's bum ass for being 0-6 on the Bengals. Shout out to Beaver Sniffer for retiring because I called him a bum in the text messages. Anybody wants to see him, I still have him. And shout out to Jay Tizzle. I'm going to carry you in my backpack for the rest of the season. So you have to take a load off yourself. And Cuban, shout out to staff. Cuban, I hope you guys do better because you guys are running this league into the ground. But yeah, anyways.
Ooh, he just came up to your neck.
Alright. I want to give another shout out. Needles, you're not good. I carried you all the time. You were the East win. When you got on my team, when you got traded to the Bengals, you were like, hey, I'm going with Outtaker. I'm going to win in a trade. Yeah, exactly. Because you
Okay, Mr.
can't
0-6. Okay,
play
Mr. 0-6. Okay, Mr.
without
0-6.
0-6.
I'm 2-1 on
Shut
the
up with your
Bengals. And you're
Chinese
0-6.
looking
You're calling me
eyes.
bad.
Yeah, you are bad.
Each million that we bidded on you equaled a loss, so maybe you'll start winning now. 6 million, 6 losses.
Because I'm popular, dude. But
Oh yeah, totally.
yeah, shout out to staff, by the way. Don't listen to Yeedles. He's a hater because he's not a bog anymore. You guys are doing a great job.
No,
and shout out to everybody.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
Shout out to the
This is
staff.
because I used to be a bog. That's why. I know what goes on in staff
You ain't a
stuff.
bog
I know what goes on. I know what goes on in staff stuff, people. I know what goes on in staff stuff, people. It's not
You
what
just
salty,
hating me
Outtaker,
because they were better bogs than you.
Oh
Shout
yeah,
out to
totally.
Ice. Shout out to Ice and Cuban being the best bogs ever. And shout out to
Oh
everybody
yeah,
on
for
the
sure.
show.
Shout out to Ice. Shout out to
And-
Ice and Cuban. They're doing their jobs. Let's go. Turn up.
Yeah, and shout out
Shout out to
to
Eagles for that bandwagon headset.
Oh yeah, you know, turn up.
You live in Portland. Why do you have a Miami Heat headset?
I've had this since I lived in Idaho. What are you talking about?
But yeah,
Idaho,
before we end
Portland,
it,
wherever
shout out to
you're from.
all of you for cussing at the end. So now I got to do a lot of editing. So thank you all. And that concludes our show. And yeah, see you.